Hi everyone, it's Justin. Today, coming to you with a sad story that's happened in Kentucky. A Kentucky sheriff killed a judge in his chambers following an argument. Uh, and this is very tough news for us, for the nation, and especially this, small Kentucky town. Apparently, there was an argument inside the judge's chambers, according to the Kentucky State Police. The victim, District Judge Kevin Mullins, was 54 years old, and he was found not this past Thursday, but the 2 Thursdays ago, with at 3 p.m. With gunshot wounds and pronounced dead at the Letcher County Courthouse in Whitesburg, Kentucky. Uh, the sheriff who allegedly pulled the trigger is Letcher County Sheriff Sean M. Stines, and he was 43 years old. And his job made him responsible for the judge's personal security. Again, he allegedly shot Mullins, the judge, inside the judge's chambers after a preliminary investigation, after which uh, sheriff or prior sheriff, I believe he's been relieved of his duties. He uh, went ahead and surrendered after the shooting and occurred, with obviously with what ended up being a murder, and he has been former Sheriff Stines has been charged with one count of first-degree murder. He was arrested at the scene without incident, cooperating with the authorities. Um, and then they're looking at finding a replacement for the sheriff. Uh, there, Steins have been sheriff for about 8 years. There's cameras inside the building, and there were witnesses, so all the witnesses are going to be interviewed. The community is very small, so the shock value is at a high, especially after just a short time ago there was a shooting at an interstate that wounded 5 people in Laurel County, Kentucky. And just 3 days prior to this murder of Judge Mullins, there was also a Russell County deputy who was killed in the line of duty. And as we know, there's way too much violence everywhere in the world, in our communities. So there were other people in the building when this happened, but no one else was shot, and no one else was in the judge's chambers at that time, and so there was and remains no threat to public safety. Details will be forthcoming that will unravel and hopefully give us a background into why this occurred. The reason why we're covering it, why we're talking about it, is Judge Mullins. He was big in his earlier days as an assistant Commonwealth attorney in Letcher County. He was primarily focused on drug-related offenses, and he was also known for promoting substance abuse treatment. So he's not just wasn't just prosecuting those drug-related offenses, but he was also promoting substance abuse treatment, because people need to be treated. They need help. And to have an attorney, and then just recently, prior to his passing, a judge that is being helpful to those that uh, are going through substance abuse. That's huge, and we need a lot more of individuals that was Judge Mullins. And through the justice system, he helped hundreds of residents enter inpatient residential treatment for those individuals who needed that during his years. And then he also developed a program offering peer support services in the courthouse for addiction treatment and work with various healthcare providers. Additionally, Judge Mullins served as a founding member of the Responsive Effort to Support Treatment in the Opioid Recovery Efforts Leadership Team. And that's huge. All these things are huge that Judge Mullins was undertaking and helping after identifying the need in the community, even in that small, considered small community that he lived in. And so that's why we're covering this story, because a true advocate for substance abuse recuperation, for treatment, we have now one less individual that is helping. And so it reminds us that individuals with substance abuse addictions, especially the opioid addiction, just crisis that has overtaken us as a nation in the past several years. It's still occurring, and there are many lasting effects, and so a lot of people still need help. So as we mentioned, what little is coming out about this was there was a federal lawsuit involving a former deputy of Sheriff Stines that was facing a federal suit that this deputy coerced a woman to have sex with him in Judge Mullins' chambers in 2021. And so the way this actually seemed to go down was this deputy would help keep particular individuals out of jail on home release while avoid paying fees associated with an ankle monitor in exchange for sex. So that was the deal that was happening. And just recently, Sheriff Stines was deposed, and so there's just a lot of thoughts, a lot of rumors out there. We don't know exactly why it happened, but we want to pay our respects to everybody in that Letcher County area, residents, individuals, and want to just say that it is terrible that it occurred, and that we, in the recovery space, we lost a true advocate. And to Judge Mullins' family, if you are to see this somehow, we just want to thank you for sharing Judge Mullins with the community and helping so many people. And we send our thoughts and prayers to you, to your family, and we hope there can be justice.